All right, welcome back to Awoken Minds. If you are new to the channel and you love the vibration and you like to stay connected with what I do and all the online content that I provide to the people, make sure you subscribe and also make sure you like as well. Real quick video, I had to do a little book review. Now, I'm just doing this because this is an excellent book and it really enlightens your mind and expands your consciousness and connects you with the primal energy which created everything, which is you, I, the birds, the trees, the cosmos, etc. And this book is called The Hermetica, The Lost Wisdom of the Pharaohs by Timothy Freak and Peter Gandy. And also they're the authors of the Jesus Mysteries. But they got a lot of great, in the bibliography, they got a lot of great resources in there where they had got their information from. And they have some recommendations on some of the books that goes along with this book right here. But this is the cover of the book. But this is a beautiful book because it puts you back to a space of peace and connects you with your spirit. Has a lot of wisdom in there, which unravels a lot of the mystery or the blockages that we seem to encounter personally or through teachers or other sources out there. It's like it cuts through all of that and it shows you the truth. Now, I already listened to this book a couple times. I know at least once on YouTube. It's a free audiobook, and I'll put that in the link below. But this book right here is only $10 on Amazon. Highly recommend for you to get it. It's an easy read. And pretty much what happens is in this book, it gives you like a not skeptical, but more like a, okay, so how can I explain it when you open up this book? In this book, let me tell you something. Give me a second. It gives you an introduction and it gives you the history of the Hermetica. And within that history, it gives you a lot of great resources that you can, look into yourself to get deeper than this book, It has, so it talks about the Hermetica in Islam. That's just part of the history section. Hermes and the reawakening of Europe. So it pretty much talks about the history of the Hermetica and what Hermes Trismegistus, thrice the great one, Thoth, have done and had experience in, these historical eras. I believe they also talk about the Renaissance as well. The demise of thrice the great Hermes. So as you can tell, just a wisdom of, not wisdom, but just like a little short history of Hermes Trismegistus and what he has done and how he connected to the primal essence, which is Atum. Now, it talks about the wisdom of the Pharaohs, the Hermetica in the early Christianity, the mind of God, a new version of the Hermetica. So I'm about to get out of that section. And then it goes straight to the Prophecies of Hermes. And then pretty much how this book is set up. The author gives the explanation. And then after the explanation of that particular chapter, and then there's Hermes' words. So Hermes describes his experience. And that's just how this book is set up right here. And it's an easy read. It's simple. You can easily knock this out in a day, but it's not about knocking it out. Particularly what I do is I take the wisdom and the knowledge that is given in that book, and there's certain parts that stick out to me, and I apply it in my life. I apply it in my meditation, in my invocations, etc. And it's a beautiful experience which you connect with Atum. Now, Atum, as you know, you got the atom, right? The molecule, which I guess is the particle that creates everything, right? And then in the Bible, you have Adam and Eve. They're all the same thing, but we have Atum, which is the primal force, the father of creation, who created the cosmos. So the cosmos is like another part of the creator. Then the cosmos made the planet. Now I'm going into the book right now. Made the planets to the stars, etc. You know, which includes the sun. And then the planets made put an energy out there where certain planets can be inhabited. You know, and within this inhabitants of, say, Earth, there were these deities, or they call them gods. Now, just to let you know, God doesn't mean a supreme being or some divine figure in the sky. God is a verb, and it simply means to invoke something. So you're calling upon something. You're trying to invoke it into your reality, right? And then that connects you with the creator. So I'm saying like a deity or a myth, a picture of an energy, or it may be actual physical man or woman at that time. But there was Osiris and Isis, and they were here. And the creator pretty much, well, Atum taught to Isis and Osiris and wanted, I might got this part mixed up, but he liked to have some humans, some life forces, to appreciate the beauty of the cosmos. So Osiris and Isis made us. So Osiris and Isis noticed that humans could be a potential harm and threat to the cosmos, to the order of things, because we will investigate the whole planet. We would dive deep and find out all the inner workings of things, trying to figure out things. And then we will go above the stars, which we're doing now, trying to figure out, you know, if there's a life out there, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So to prevent for humans to cause destruction just as well we could create, Osiris and Isis talked to Atum. And Atum knew where they were coming from. And Atum decided to create the Zodiac Wheel to keep everybody in line. Like, that's the divine law, to keep you tied to that so you don't step out of line and cause a chaotic destruction where it destroys Atum's whole creation. Now, we are born under the Zodiac Wheel, and we have to abide by divine nature's laws. But there are some who can get out of the Zodiac Wheel. I said some, not many, but some, where you reach a certain conscious level and a vibration level where you can govern yourself, and you know those divine laws, and you will never break them because you hold it in your heart as truth, and you obey your creator, which is Atum. Now, I think that's it. That's just my perception, how I'm expressing myself, my experience. I'm just expressing it, and I'm just giving you my analytical and intuitive insight on things. I highly urge and recommend for you to get this book. Another book that goes with this book, even before you get this book. This might be a simple read, but I started off with the Kybalion. And it gives you the 7 universal principles of the universe, which are the 7 laws. It's only $5, y'all. Get it on Amazon, or there are free audio versions online, actually on YouTube. Listen to it. And I'm going to let you know, if you're not at the conscious level, some of it will be like, okay, I understand where that's coming from. But a lot of it's kind of like, it's kind of over your head. So once you put it down, the Kybalion, like, that's what I did. I had it for like a whole year. I picked it up, put it down. I might have waited for like almost half a year. Then I picked it up after I started listening to I listened to the full audio online. And when I started reading the physical book, everything started to come together. And the more that I listened to it online and read the book, it all, it registered with me. It resonated with me. I understood it, comprehended, and understood it. And that's pretty much how some of this stuff works. Like, if I give you a piece of information, it may not resonate with you at the moment. You may not even require it in your lifetime. But if you do resonate with, is aligned with your soul's destiny, you're going to come back to it because your spirit will align you with the proper things. So sometimes the wisdom that people give you may not feel right, or it may not click with you consciously. But if it's for you spiritually, your spirit's going to absorb it in, put it in that subconscious mind, or put it in that area that we can't see. And it will resurface when your energy is aligned with it. More like your physical conscious energy that's aligned with, spirit, your soul destiny. So, but there's a few other books that says it's highly recommend. Like, some of these books I already had, and I was so happy and grateful that I already had these books. I was like, all the pieces are coming together. So the first book, I think it doesn't really recommend these books, but I took it as a recommendation because I have some of these books. So, of course, this book right here, the Hermetica. And the books that I feel that will go with this is the Kybalion. Also, the 4 Gospels. I heard something about the 4 Gospels and how there's a lot of a deep meaning in there if you know how to decode it and look past the anthropomorphic story. And that's about it. There's a few other ones I'm going to read that they were saying. Here's another one that a book I have that I felt that goes with it. The Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu, translated by Jonathan Starr. Now, I'm not for sure the Tao Te Ching that I have is by Jonathan Starr, but I do have a beautiful Tao Te Ching book, and they're about $20 on Amazon. So the Tao Te Ching and the Kybalion, I would say definitely get those books too, and possibly the 4 Gospels. But there's other books in here, and when you flip in the cover, that I feel that goes along with this book. There's a reason why they put it in here, And it isn't the author of the Hermetica, that's for sure. But I feel like these books go together. So so that's my short book review about the Hermetica. And of course, I went into a little bit of the book and my interpretation of it and what I got out of it. Highly recommend for you to get the book, the Kybalion, and the Tao Te Ching. Like I said, when the wisdom is given to you, the knowledge is given to you, it may not resonate. It may not just be that moment of time for you to receive that. But if it's for your soul's destiny, it will resurface. So have an open mind and be unbiased and make sure you just live right, So much love, truth, peace, freedom, justice, and much healing to all. Make sure you check out my website, awoken-minds.com. I have spiritual services and metaphysical spiritual products on there, and also health and wellness products on there that will help you Start to know yourself, cultivate your mind, find your abilities, and transform your life. All right, peace.